Following the treacherous and unexpected Japanese attack at Pearl Harbor on the morning of December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the U.S. territories in the Pacific began falling one by one to the Japanese invasion. As the U.S. struggles to bring together its naval forces in the Pacific and prepare retaliation, you have to take the role of Admiral Chester William Nimitz, newly appointed Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Pacific Fleet. Your task is to bring together all the U.S. naval forces demoralized by a series of disgraceful defeats, strengthen them, heighten their spirits, and prepare to turn the tide of the Pacific War. By employing carefully considered strategy, shrewd tactical moves, providing your forces with the newest and most up-to-date equipment, and exploiting enemy weaknesses, you have to retake all territories seized by the Empire of Japan in the Pacific, and then invade their homeland. The whole world needs to be made aware of what happens when one...
Greetings and good morning, Hawaii. You're listening to Radio Honolulu. Today, December the 7th, the weather is perfect, and we would like to bring this song for the listening pleasure of all U.S. military personnel on Hawaii.
Come from every quarter, from the north, south, east, and west, to clear
Jenny,
the way to
why aren't you eating?
the land we love the best. We've left our occupation and home so far and dear, but when the going's rather rough,
Mom, is Daddy going to leave us again today?
good morning.
Yes, Jenny. You know full well that he's on duty, even on Sundays.
Good morning, Mr. Zip, 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 you're surely looking fine.
Hey, you two. I have a surprise for both of you.
If the camels don't get to the fatigue,
I took the day off, so I could spend the entire day with two beautiful ladies.
not ask your heck, just not ask mine.
We get to play with Daddy today!
Good morning, Mr. Zip, 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 you're surely
Don't worry. The Arizona will somehow manage without me for one whole day.
Good morning, Mr. Zip, 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 with your heck, just as short as your heck, just as short as, heck, just as short as mine. You see them off the highway, you meet them down the pike, in olive drab and khaki, following down the heights.
Mommy! Get up! Mommy, please, get up! Mommy! Please, get up! Mommy! Please!
This is preposterous. Utterly preposterous. Our Pacific Fleet has been destroyed at Pearl Harbor, clearly demonstrating an unprecedented level of complacency and incompetence in our high command. On top of all this disastrous news, our territories in the Pacific are being captured by the Japanese daily. Gentlemen, this cannot be allowed to continue. Admiral Nimitz, you are hereby appointed the new Commander-in-Chief of the United States Pacific Fleet. I expect you to fully engage the Japanese and put an end to this nonsense immediately. You must save our nation. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Mr. President, indeed, the situation is dire. However, I'm convinced that decisive actions will swing the balance in our favor.
Mr. President, the appointment of Chester Nimitz is the best thing that you could have done to put the Japanese in their place. Together we will protect our country from the Japanese threat.
It is my direct command to you, Admiral Nimitz, that the Japanese offensive in the Pacific be completely thwarted.
Yes, sir.
Ernest, Chester, do not let our country down.
Oh my God, it is worse than in the newspapers. Oklahoma, capsized, 429 dead. Arizona, exploded, 1,177 dead. We have lost so many brave seamen, and it all happened in 1 hour. How many more have to die before we end this war?
I hope that we can get back at those damn Japs, sir.
We have to regain our strength first. Then retaliate at the right moment. And here comes my fleet. Enter.
Naval Intelligence Officer Lieutenant Commander Layton, reporting for duty as ordered, sir.
At ease, Lieutenant Commander. Give me the situation report.
The Japanese carrier task force is headed in a...
read the report, Layton. I am interested in the officer's mood, not the statistics.
Well, after everything that happened, sir, everyone expects to be relieved of duty. I'm also willing to take responsibility for our collective failures, sir. Who should I transfer my duties to?
Sit down, Lieutenant Commander. Lieutenant Commander, I've scrutinized the report and the attack on the Pearl Harbor. I have come to the conclusion that you and the other officers are not to blame. It could have happened to anyone. It's my sincere hope, Layton, that you and all the other men will remain in your assigned duties. America most assuredly needs you.
Well, Admiral, we all know this is a catastrophe, sir. Our Pacific Fleet is all destroyed.
No. I would not say that's true. Our aircraft carriers are still in good shape. So, despite the devastating blow, it's still too early for us to give up. This is especially true in your case, Layton. You have spent years in Tokyo, and you've studied the Japanese mentality and their traditions, and know them better than anyone else. Your knowledge is an invaluable asset. let's assume that you are Admiral Yamamoto. What would your next move be?
Well, sir, I would focus on this southern region, sir. The Japanese are in dire need of fuel. So they're going to have to occupy New Guinea. And then all the nearby islands which are rich in oil. At the same time, they should try to capture Port Moresby, which is to support any subsequent invasion of Australia.
That is exactly what I have assumed as well. And that is where we're going to stop them.
From the Commander-in-Chief, United States Fleet, Admiral Ernest King, to the Commander-in-Chief, United States Pacific Fleet, Admiral Chester Nimitz. The situation in the Pacific Theatre has deteriorated rapidly over the last 4 months. The Japanese have seized vast operational areas and are now on the verge of invading Australia. The Port Moresby base in New Guinea is the last obstacle in their way. Its loss would be a catastrophe for our defence in the Pacific Southwest sector. Intelligence reports a group of Japanese transport ships which are being escorted by a carrier will soon be heading to Port Moresby for a troop landing and deployment. Further, be advised, 2 Japanese carriers left the base in Rabaul. They are assumed to have been ordered to the Coral Sea to provide air cover for the landing operation. The Southwest Sector Commander, General MacArthur, will try to hold Port Moresby at all costs. Unfortunately, his forces are insufficient to carry this out. Only the Navy can stop the Japanese. I command you to send a carrier task force to the Coral Sea to detect and destroy the Japanese invading forces.
From Admiral Nimitz to Admiral King, I sent Task Force 17, including carrier Yorktown, to intercept the anticipated Japanese attack.
Admiral Fletcher reports. Task Force 17 has reached the designated location.
Great. Your next step will be to join forces with Task Force 11 located near the island of San Cristobal. To establish contact, your ships must arrive at the specified area. Upon uniting our fleet, locate and eliminate the Japanese forces. According to intelligence reports, the enemy is expected to attack from the north. Bear in mind that after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, every major naval vessel counts. Under no circumstances can we allow for the loss of the Yorktown. Without such a valuable combat unit, our defeat would be imminent.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
We aim for the sky.
300 millimeters of armor is no joke. With that much firepower, we can sink the whole country, I think.
Ready to launch our Air Force.
The forces are comprised of both core and non-core units. Core unit strength indicator is green and round-shaped, and for non-core units it is yellow and hexagon-shaped. Non-core units are allocated for one mission only, while the core units will accompany you throughout the campaign. You'll be able to level them up and provide them with new equipment. These units are the ones which should be under your primary protection.
Reporting as ordered. Escort ships are the glue that holds the Navy together, providing air cover. Do you require an escort?
Can I serve in another vessel? These guys are borrowing.
Ammunition and fuel icons next to unit strength will allow you to quickly get important information about it. If the unit is still able to move during the current turn, the canister icon will be green. If it can no longer move, the icon will be gray. Likewise, the ammunition icon shows whether the unit is attacked this turn. If the unit is low on ammunition or fuel, the corresponding icon is yellow. It becomes red once the unit has run out of it completely.
Providing escort service. Searching for enemy subs.
We better be kept away from the enemy. We're always on time.
Do we get to blow up some enemy vessels?
We'll carry you through this battle.
How may I be of assistance?
Is there anything better than serving on a US battleship? I don't think so.
Ships consist of various ship parts such as hull, engine, main gun, second gun, anti-aircraft gun, and others. Most of them have their own HP indicating their current state. When hull HP drops to 0, the ship is destroyed. Ship firepower depends on the current HP of each individual gun.
Mobile airfield at your disposal.
A Japanese recon aircraft has been sighted close to our task force.
It cannot be allowed to escape. I do not want to alert the Japanese High Command with the advance news of our attack. Send fighters to intercept the enemy plane.
From General MacArthur to Admiral Nimitz. My pilots spotted a group of Japanese warships heading for Tulagi Island. Apparently, they are planning to seize the island. Our garrison does not stand a chance against an attack. However, your fleet is capable of overpowering any invading forces. Now would be the perfect time for intervention. The troops on their transport ships are extremely vulnerable. You must help my men protect Tulagi.
I'd rather not take the reports of MacArthur's army pilots at face value. They are not accustomed to naval operations and can give us an incorrect assessment of the situation. We have to send our reconnaissance float plane to scout the area around Tulagi.
Our world is full of wonders. Carriers are one of them.
Hey, the skies are ours.
Tactical bombers are flying artillery and a great tool for wreaking havoc on any enemy troops, although you have to be careful of the anti-aircraft units Overwatch and fire support. It is better to scout the enemy positions before sending in bombers. Do not leave your tactical bombers without protection. Remember, they are a prime target for enemy fighter planes.
I was born a pilot.
We live to fly.
Our world is full of wonders. Carriers are one of them.
We live to fly!
Fighter planes are vital for gaining air superiority. Keep your fighters close to allied aircraft you want to protect, and they will provide fire support. Fighters are able to attack ground targets, although with low efficiency. They can use the Overwatch breakthrough skill to counter enemy anti-aircraft fire and clear the way for tactical bombers.
Mobile airfield at your disposal.
Enemies are high. We are higher. We cut through the air. Take it.
The aircraft has been shot down.
Great. We made sure he was not able to reveal our location.
Godspeed.
We reach for the stars.
How may I be? Conducting active search for enemy subs.
We prefer to keep our distance. Do we really have to go through all that again?
We keep traditions of the Navy. You can expect our timely arrival.
Aircraft carrier, or simply carrier, is a mobile floating airfield at your disposal. Each carrier can carry several aircraft units on board. You can see the exact carrier capacity in its combat parameters. It also has a huge storage of ammunition and fuel on board, which is used to refuel and rearm aircraft units upon landing, as well as for the carrier's own needs. Carriers are vulnerable and a high priority target for the enemy, thus they should be kept at a safe distance, attacking with their aircraft from afar. Yet they have powerful anti-aircraft guns which they can use to repel enemy air raids.
It's a pity we have not used this great reconnaissance tool before. Acting blindly is too costly at times.
Enemies are high. We are higher. Yahoo! Hey, the skies are ours. With blinding speed.
Escort ships are the glue that holds the Navy together.
A destroyer is an escort ship equipped with medium caliber naval guns, anti-aircraft guns, torpedoes, and anti-submarine depth charges. It is inferior to capital ships in terms.
We have established contact with Task Force 11.
Great. Take command of all ships. Yorktown alone would not stand a chance against the Japanese, but a joint fleet with 2 carriers has a good chance of winning this battle.
We have an island on board, sir.
300 millimeters of armor is no joke.
In full flight.
With that much firepower, we can sink the whole country, I think.
Capital ships are equipped with long-range, powerful main guns capable of striking through an armored deck. Secondary guns can repel approaching escort ships with barrage fire. Capital ships are vulnerable to submarine and aircraft attacks, but they require an escort of destroyers. However, artillery strikes from guns with low attack value cannot pierce their armored deck. They can also send a reconnaissance seaplane to scout the area.
Should we not get paid better?
Providing air cover.
We will rock your world.
We aim for the sky.
Do we get to blow up some enemy vessels?
We have an island on board, sir.
This is an enemy unit. Right-click on it for more information.
It is so boring in here. Can we attack? Submariners are the elite of the Navy. Yes, it is us. You can see us?
We prefer to keep our distance. Carriers are the main instrument of modern warfare.
We are the fastest ship.
Sir, we have intercepted a radio exchange between the ships of a large Japanese fleet northwest of Tulagi Island. It's moving southward.
The Japanese main carrier force approaches. We will engage and destroy it.
Tulagi has fallen. My men fought like heroes, but the fleet did not support them. If you plan to defend Port Moresby in a similar manner, then we are doomed.
All systems are go.
Should we not get paid better? Will there be enemy cargo ships? Will I become a hero? Guess not. Can I serve in another vessel? These guys are boring. Will like swimming? Not really.
The submarine is an invisible enemy unless it is detected via sonar. It can make powerful attacks with torpedoes and then instantly retreat to avoid detection. Torpedoes deal damage exclusively to ship hull, thus being a very effective tool to make quick work of damaging or destroying an enemy ship.
How may I be of assistance? Reporting as ordered. Guarding bigger vessels. Do you require an escort?
300 millimeters of armor is no joke. Aye, aye, sir.
U.S. Marines are bested only by U.S. submarines.
We will rock your world.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
We'll carry you through this battle. We aim for the sky.
We are the fastest ship. We are the fastest ship.
300 millimeters of armor is no joke.
Reporting as ordered.
We reach for the stars.
"300 millimeters of armor is no joke."
Above the unit being attacked. For ground and aircraft units, there are two types of damage, lethal and non-lethal. Both lethal and non-lethal damage increase the unit. However, non-lethal damage at the same time increases the number of damage, which can later be restored. Naval units always receive only lethal damage. However, they have multiple ship parts with their corresponding HP, thus damage against them is split. Ship parts except the hull are repaired over time by ship maintenance. Hull HP cannot be restored in any way during the operation.
Too big to fail.
We have an island on board, sir. Carriers are the main instrument of modern warfare.
I was born a pilot. We're eager to fly. We're teaching them statistics for... Yeah, it was a nice run.
Carrier-based aircraft is different from ordinary aviation, as it can land and take off from carriers. It can resupply ammunition and fuel and restore its damage on board a carrier. It can also change its equipment while on a carrier. However, in order to be reinforced, it has to land at an airfield.
We keep traditions of the Navy.
Do you require an escort? How may I be of assistance? On the prowl. Your trust is well placed. Searching for enemy subs.
All systems are go. We'll carry you through this battle.
How may I be of assistance?
Aircraft unit has sustained heavy losses. You need to land it at an airfield within a supply zone for repairs. Your ship is barely afloat. Its whole HP is extremely low. Any further damage is likely to be fatal. You should move the ship to the front line where it can command the operation and much needed repairs.
Sir, according to the radio interception, enemy carriers are preparing to launch an air attack on our ships. Transport ship Neosho and destroyer Sims bound for Port Moresby. The Japanese mistakenly identified them as a carrier and a cruiser.
We must protect our convoy!
I couldn't agree more. Nonetheless, I have to point out that sending carrier-based aviation against Neosho and Sims would temporarily leave the Japanese carriers helpless. It would be the perfect moment for us to take out the enemy carriers.
We keep traditions of the Navy. One particular shelling worth more than my house. That ship is about to disappear.
You can see us? Yay, you've noticed me. My mother will be proud. Let's send them to Davy Jones' locker.
We're eager to fly. I hope there'll be no enemy fighters.
We reach for the stars.
Enemies are high. We are higher. Yoo-hoo!
This is hell, as in Hellcat.
Was this the target we were supposed to kill?
Who cares?
With that much firepower, we can sink the whole country, I think.
Let's see who has the bigger caliber. Oh yeah, we'll show them our main gun. Fire! It's raining hell! We keep traditions of the Navy.
Submariners are the elite of the Navy. Yes, it is us. It is so boring in here. Can we attack? Surprise! We like swimming. Not really. Like a huge fishy.
We keep traditions of the Navy. How did that happen? How did that happen? How did that happen, victorious? Let's see who has the bigger caliber.
Your aircraft are out of ammunition. In order to rearm, the aircraft must land in an airfield within supply zone. Carrier-based aircraft can use carriers as an airfield.
From General MacArthur to Admiral Nimitz. Air reconnaissance has spotted a large group of Japanese transport ships approaching Port Moresby from the north. It looks all ships and aircraft have been in
From Admiral